action!
We are live. This is happening. What's happening to every single one of you absolute rock stars joining us live at our venue sponsor Conquer, or whether you're watching from home. Thank you guys so much for being here. Welcome to the hashtag 10 Rand Goes a Long Way report back press conference. Can I have a round of applause for that? I want to start off by saying, ladies and gentlemen, and this afternoon, honorary Boswiri, welcome to it. Thank you so much for being here. Whether you're joining us live or whether you're watching from home, it absolutely means a lot that you decided to take some time to be with us this afternoon. We do apologize for a bit of a technical delay, which led to the delay in our start. But look, the show goes on. We do carry on with things and we'll make it work. Because we have, let me say, some exciting news to impart in just a little bit. My name is Sia Sangweni, and this afternoon I have the absolute honor and privilege and sheer pleasure of being your master of ceremonies.
Love you.
But just before we get things started, and just before we set the scene as to why we're here this afternoon, can you please just allow me, just indulge me on 7 seconds of something I need to get out of my system. Oh my gosh, I am at Honda. I am at Honda. And let me say, we are not here because we were promised a fantastic musical performance. We were not here to premiere a new song, but we are here for education. So how absolutely incredible is it that we all banded together for such an important cause here in this country? So you could have been anywhere, but you really are here. So again, I don't need to tell the lily, but it absolutely means a lot that you made this time. So as we get the conversation started, please do remember to join the conversation on social media. You can use the hashtag 10Rand Goes a Long Way. Wherever you are, on Twitter, on the Instagram, whatever that is, let's keep the conversation going. So while we are live streaming, I do want to give it up to the people who made it here physically. The world is slowly opening up. Thank you guys so much for being here. So I do have a few house rules just to pass on to each and every one of you. We are very COVID-19 compliant. We do understand that the times we're living in are very tough. So please just make sure you can look around you to your left, to the right, wherever. There should be some hand sanitizers on your table all around the building, and so you can make use of that. Social distancing has been factored into our events this afternoon, so we are being very safe. Very responsible. Yes. And this is the part of the afternoon where I live my best flight attendant life and say, for the people in here, the emergency exits are to the back and to your right. I should be correct. And if you do need to use the chairs for the ladies, our ladies are at the back, so right behind you, and there are 2 feet to my right, which is your left. Other than that, let's get the show on the road. Let's do it. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I do like a lively crowd, but I do like a very diligent crowd as well. So please do ensure that your phones are on silent so that we can adequately get the show on the road. And a big shout out to everybody being in the room and many here because of our good friends at G. So thank you so much. Let's get straight into it. I want to say getting out well added, and then it makes me a little wedding-ish. But what an interesting happening of people all together in one room. I want to introduce Ayanda Bandobadai, and I see them so. AKA King Aya. Put some respect on her name because she's the one who can make sure that we are here pseudo partying on a Wednesday. Aya, how are you doing? I'm good. Look, why are we even all here together? I know that's a very loaded question, but from your perspective, just a couple of seconds to really let us know what's important to you about today. What would you like people to know?
Here today to showcase how easy it is to give back, how easy it is to make a change, and also that everything we do is relatively fun, but it's actually done for the right reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. And then I know the queries, just for extra emphasis for query who are watching. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's then I just have to say, I'm surprised because you are busy, very, very busy these days. You are taking a lot, you are taking nothing. How have you managed to make time to be here for this important cause?
If you look outside, my child is actually
Ah,
painting
nah, nah.
So,
I am not worthy, excuse me.
I think this is cool. I know I just got so nervous. Oh my gosh. How do I make time? I think you just prioritize certain things and you just know the impact that it's going to do, to the next person, and the next person, and the next person. Yeah, that's a good answer, right?
Yes. And then I have to say, if she is not busy just being a dope human being, she's busy raising the most gorgeous kids in the world, making the fact that I don't even have ovaries, but somehow I'm jealous. And in the midst of all of that, she's a dope choreographer, all-round cool person. And excuse me, weren't you like on the other side of the world just a mere few hours ago?
Listen, I was not gonna miss this. I made sure that I made it on time. Literally, got on the plane, got into the shower, ran here, but I'm so happy that I'm here. And I'm so glad to I definitely would have missed it.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome stuff. And then, if you do not know Sibu Mabena, I shame number one, firstly, reassess your life. Number two, if you do not know her, then you know some of the awesome, awesome work that she's done. So, how do you, Sibu Mabena, or my collective, in the midst of running your empire, still decide that you want to be part of a cause like this, that you co-created as well? And why was it important for you to be here today?
Hi everyone. So I think why one important for me was because I am a product of a bursary myself. I got into as a bursary by Gauteng City Region Academy, by my father being an MK veteran, and we had to struggle with the bursaries. As the MK is struggling right now, we have to struggle with that. And I just put myself in the shoes of other people who are also struggling to get through school. I wouldn't be able to say I work at a collective that supported people permanently had I not gone through or had the opportunity to have my school fees paid for myself. So I think it's a really important cause and it just makes sense to get in time as we go with lessons find ourselves here. So yeah, that's kind of how I do it because I guess it's about this country and kind of giving everyone the opportunity to participate in the
Yeah, awesome. So I would like to set the scene, and as we go about our proceedings this afternoon, we're going to be running down what 10 Rand Goes a Long Way is all about, if you haven't heard about it just yet. And also we have a very special announcement a little later on, so grab hold on to your seats as we get things going. But just to get into some of the story and even telling people how I'm even here today. It's very indicative of who I am, who you guys are in this organization, and also rock stars behind the scenes. This all began back in March as a mere hashtag, and you guys have been able to assemble yourselves and a subsequent team to make things happen. So, Aya, for you, what has this process taught you about what it means to really fight for something good, fight for a purpose, and make things happen? Because we will even talk about the sponsors, the people who've devoted their time and energy. You guys have made stuff happen. Pardon my French. There we go. If you press and hold, you can use it.
Sorry. So it's actually quite interesting singing yoga Christians. I think all of us who have experienced about mistakes, not necessarily the flag. I think even the hashtag, we don't come up with ourselves. But I think one thing that I learned through this whole experience is that it really takes a team to keep writing and it can be anyone. And the power of social media is so incredible and so valuable. And this experience to really pay close attention to how we can use social media to really drive positivity. Twitter isn't just a platform for showing people. Instagram has the platform means we're able to raise 2 million rand on Instagram every single day,
Yes.
6 hours a day.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And so factoring that and considering all of that, because I do know you guys might not want to hype yourselves up a lot, and I will do that for you. Given the amount of hard work that you all put into this, let's go, what is it like for you? Because yes, Steph, if Bragg on Twitter was a person for the past couple of months, I think it would be you. Not an honor you want to have. So considering how much hard work you put into this, and then subsequently the criticism that you got because of it, what do you want to say about that? How did that make you feel?
Sure, that's such a multifaceted question. I want to start by saying there's a meme that says, I wish I had 8 money. I wish I had a 10 rand. Because, you know, when you are accused of something you do, you're just like, wow, like, you're going to school, like, you know. But anyway, I get dragged every day, you know, it's part of my norm now, and, you know, you seek help, all of those things. But I do it for not myself, I do it for the series, I do it for every kid out there that is just looking for that one opportunity. You know, I remember starting off in the industry, and it took one person to say, yes, you got it, do it. And I read it, and that's the same mandate and objection. Should I say
Objective.
objective? It's no personality. Keep it just go. The objective that I just want to be that one person that gives that person one opportunity. That's why we say things like that. We just register in you, and then you'll see when you get there.
Yeah, thanks for that, and thanks for calling my question loaded. Lalela, I watched Oprah and Adele.
Hey,
Were you silent? Were you silent? I'm ready, don't worry. So, Taki and again, we are going to get into unpacking the numbers and crunching the numbers around the reporting back. But just to give some people a bit of a teaser, what I was shocked by behind the scenes, once applications were open, once money had been raised, is the number of applicants we received. Over 19,000 people. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. Over 19,000. I did say if you have any more technical difficulties, I'm ready to sing. But I think we're back on, so it's fine. But yeah, bringing it home again, over 19,000 children in South Africa today have the hunger and yearning to study. So this whole notion of South Africans are lazy, to me, does not make sense, especially after a task like this. What did it mean to you when we received so many great applicants? And the fact that they couldn't actually assist them all.
You know what? When we got those numbers, the first thing I thought about was the mom. Being a mom myself and having 2 girls, I can just imagine what my parents are going through and how cool they are that my child will have access to education. You know, it's just that door opening for them. So when I saw the numbers, it just hit home and because that could be me. You know, which is why I'm so glad that Sizwe decided to go live that day. And we joined him about 10 p.m., 11 p.m. likeness. And now look where it's led us. It's amazing.
Fantastic stuff. And so, Steve, I do have to just make note of the fact that I'm not pointing fingers to anyone, but again, there was some obstacle shenanigans over the past couple of days. Some people did get evicted, but we are still standing here today. What keeps you still going with hashtag Finland goes a long way, and particularly paying attention to what legacy means? What is the legacy of Finland goes a long way?
So yes, I am currently on Schedule 6 drugs right now, close to morphine type painkillers. I did go for an elective surgery, but it was absolutely necessary. And it had to happen when it happened, but this was also happening when it happened. And that speaks to the nature of the reality we live in, that we have competing priorities, but they are priorities. And so this thing goes a long way. Can you still hear me? There we go. This 10 goes a long way thing where, there are thank yous that we will never receive. I don't think that's why we're doing it. We're doing it because, like I said, it is bigger than us. We are recipients of people who have done things for us in the past. The legacy of the people who fought about things is us. We are our ancestors on the streets, right? So our legacy is going to be the recipients of 10 goes a long way, and the people who get to go through school because of every single person who has donated 10 rand or more. And it's not just the corporates, it's not just the 4 of us, or the 5 of us sitting here, it's not the 20 people that are working behind the scenes, it's not the owners of Conga, it's actually every single South African who has retweeted, whether negatively, whether positively, even every negative tweet has spread the word about 10 goes a long way out of existence. So all of that awareness has contributed to kids being given a chance. We just need an opportunity to learn. That's really all that South African children, not even just South African children are crying for, an opportunity to learn. So what is the legacy of 10 goes a long way? It's one, a collective society banding together for a good cause, for us. And two, the amazing stories we're going to get out of the people who get to go to school because of every single person's 10 rand. That means a long way.
That went a long way and still continues to go a long way. So far away that I want to throw this question back to you, Stephen. Also, you guys are welcome to chime in. What was the feeling when it started as 10 rand goes a long way and you start to see the numbers trickling in? Then it becomes 50,000, then it's 100,000, then it's a down payment for a car, then it's a down payment for an estate, and you go, wait a minute, what is exactly happening? What is that like, Aya? What is that like for you?
Right, I'm sorry. We cried. I mean, like a lot. We cried on live on Instagram. We cried on our way to the last final countdown. We cried when we saw the money in the account the first time. So lots of tears. I think more than anything, when we started this campaign, it was literally 10,000 rand for Sibu, for Takis, Sizwe, and myself. And we said, well, we're going to give it to someone who can go to school. Obviously, that's just 1,000 francs. And they were just like, no, they also want come on board and do something even better. And I think that it was such a surreal moment where we have to wake up every single day, face the world, everyone now wants to go live on Instagram with us, and every single morning or in a group, and we're just like, did you guys see the group payments? Like, did you give us a screenshot? Do we really have 500,000 rand in the account? Like, it's really, really insane. It's a surreal feeling. It's so important for us to actually live in that moment. And I'm so glad we're here today because we get a chance to kind of reflect, put ourselves back into that specific moment when we made our first 100,000, then our first $500,000, then our first 750.
Hey.
We made $1 million rand.
Hey, Anna, that's right.
2 million, 7 years later. It's insane. I still can't believe it.
Yeah. So what was that like for you? And especially the fact that we have this money sitting in an account, then it's like, what do we do about it now?
No, so I really wasn't planning a trip to Maldives, nor was I looking at cars or anything like that. But it was like, okay, now we have money, we've done this thing. Who is going to sit and find the students to go through all the applications, clearly verify that these people are legit, or deal with all the higher learning institutions in South Africa, and 5, actually transfer the money back up. And I spoke to a incredible lady named Jumakako, and she was just like, hey, I actually have a friend who owns a fund management company, and they do this professionally. So it actually made sense for us to reach out and say, hey, look, okay, it was fun, being on lives, and see how we see all these cool people, but we now don't know what to do with this money, so we need someone to hand it over to. And these people who do it professionally were actually willing to donate their services to do it for free. So that's been the spirit of this entire campaign, that everybody who has come on, including Lucia, who is actually a really great publicist and now, MC and, great producer and all things incredible. Um, Everyone has come on willingly and freely to come and donate of their time, but it's actually hard work. This thing of administering funds is a lot of work. It takes an incredible amount of smart and very trained people to be able to do this thing properly. And that's how we ended up not buying Range Rovers and going to the Maldives, because it was an audit process. It was a thorough process. And I think we kept quiet when we were getting attacked and dragged on social media, because we didn't want to get into the ring with people who didn't want to understand. Now we're able to come back and report back thoroughly, factually, and say to you, this is where your money went from America. Even people in the UK tell me, this is how your money was spent, and this is what's going to happen next, because it was actually conducted by professionals who donated their services, from auditors to administrators to the CEO of Unica himself, And I think that is what is going to segue us into the next section of this press part, to explain how things actually happened.
Yeah. So let's do exactly that. I couldn't have asked better introduction actually. Let's get a word from those smart, those innovative, those working tirelessly people. We do have a representative from the Fundi Foundation who the 10 Rand Goes a Long Way team has been working with, just to ensure that all of the funds are collected and administered properly. And yes, to reiterate exactly what Steve was saying there, I was thinking, yeah, my vision board is to buy myself something. But now after this process, I'm like, I'm not going to vote and get myself into trouble. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the CEO of the Fundi Foundation. His name is Mr. Makau Tibakwan.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we give a so this event is blessed. Yeah, yes, and giving the efforts open up to us. So, glad about this. So I'm going to share a few words with you and how we got involved in this initiative. And we, after training fully, getting the opportunity to be able to perform this, so thank you for joining us as individuals and entities and corporate around this campaign that wanted to do good. Because each and every one of us have to think about goal and how do we resolve one of the biggest challenges that we as a country face in terms of assistance. I want to thank all the sponsors, the media, the celebrities, the students, our 10 Rand Goes a Long Way founders, and my Fundi team that has donated their time, very generously as well, to be able to do this, and also our associated sponsors. So, for me as the CEO of Fundi, one of our core solutions is to provide loans to students, particularly the missing middle, what we call the missing middle, as well as the public sector employees. So as a business, we really struggled, from a heart level, because our business is about hearts, because it's about enabling the education of South Africans. So we really struggled and realized that there are a lot of applicants that we see out there that struggle to actually make it into their studies. We provide funding to fund tuition, to fund even registration fees, to also fund our statement fees, but not everybody can actually afford it. And instead of sending the child to the school purely because they haven't had that outstanding fees or so So we started our Food Foundation back in June 2019. But at the same time, we realized that with our budget, there's only so much that we need. And it was never going to be enough. So we also, we started a few initiatives, a few campaigns that was able to assist us to be able to raise funds. But my team and myself were engaged and also saying, we need to actually start to put a foundation out there. Because we are in the business of education and we do have access to institutions, we do have access to finance, and people that actually have the heart to give. And I had the pleasure, and as serious of it, alluded to it, that it's actually my niece, by the way. It's actually my niece, Mama. Yes, she's actually my niece. So you were at Paul School at around, I think that was around 10 p.m. on Sunday evening, and she's like, Mahal, there's this initiative that really, I believe actually aligns to what Philly stands for. What is it about? And she's like, this is what it is. And I'm like, who's involved? And then she gives me a few names, and then he says, Lasizwe. And I'm like, Lasizwe? And I'm like, Lasizwe. Okay, all right, very influential, very good reach, and I think we'll be able to do more. And she also mentioned,
Techies.
Dagi, because she worked with Sibu at some point in the past, and I said, this is a great group of people, that have a good heart and that actually, have great intention. And I actually called Mala. I think that's around 11 p.m. at night. And I said, Mala, you need to get involved in this, And I said, please do your due diligence. As a company, we're not going to get involved in anything that you bother. We can have it, And she went away and she started doing it. I think she probably got sleep because at 6 a.m. I got a call that no, we're good to go. We're working with very good people. So I was really excited to be able to go on board. And as we said, as a business, we know that the demand for education will always outweigh the supply of resources to support. So our collective partnerships, that we get involved with, assist us to be able to continue this good fight. And this good fight is not only for today. I think it's for tomorrow, and for as long as the need will always remain. And we know that in a country like South Africa, the need will remain for some time with us. So therefore, initiatives like this should be supported, individually, collectively, and as corporate. We believe that an educated child is equal to an educated home, which leads to an educated family as well as an educated community. And all of this ultimately culminates in an educated country. All of this education is simply one of the most effective ways to eradicate poverty in our country and bring about progress to the people of this country. And truly, from a Philly perspective, we believe that knowing more really allows everybody to be more. So I would like to take this opportunity as well to acknowledge all the other private and the public institutions and similar funds that exist out there that support students through bursaries, sponsorships, and financial support. We believe that there are hundreds and probably thousands of these types of organizations that share the same objectives of doing good business. And I salute all of these companies because what they are doing is selfless. We take inspiration from all of you, and we take inspiration from all your hard work, and we hope that this project will spur you on to do more. I want to thank you again for joining the
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I do have to make note of the fact that I'm loving the applause, but also if you're watching from home, that is some rain. And let's just say it's rain of blessings. Yeah. We agree with that. So do please stay with us as we carry on and unpack the campaign thus far. And we do apologize if the sound is affected by this. So thank you so much, Mr. Mahau. We really do appreciate it. Now, moving on to unpacking more of the nuts and bolts and the numbers of the campaign thus far, I'd like to welcome a lovely, lovely lady, an absolute rock star, again from Fundi Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mrs. Marla Suraya.
Woo! Thank you, Sia. We're competing with the rain and the thunderstorm. I'm going to stand here. Thank you so much for coming out, good people. And I didn't bring much today. All I brought was a mere 10 rand. And I'm hoping that I can buy myself a drink at Conca later today. Yeah. You think I'll be able to do that? Latifah says, no, I'm not going to be able to buy a drink. So I'm going to leave this 10 rand here. And if you want me to have a drink today, I'm going to challenge you to add to this 10 rand. Because you know the power of collective positivity. So don't let me leave this place without a drink today. Okay. So my job is very easy. It's to really give the public and you feedback of how this money was used. And to also give you confidence that nobody on this team went with the money to Maldives or Mauritius. So let's have a look at how the money was spent. What should we do? Report. Report. So I'll just pause here. I'm really competing with this rain, so it's extremely difficult. I'm trying really hard to keep the sound up. This is all our awesome sponsors that came on board and donated during 10 Rand Goes a Long Way 1.0. So I just want to applaud you and say thank you very much for coming on board. Look at the awesome South African brands. So, and I'm hoping as individuals to support this brand because these brands do good business. Next slide. So in total, over 7 days, a mere 7 days, 2.3 million rand was pledged. That's how much was pledged. On the day of the draw, round about the 27th to the 30th of March, 850,000 rand was in the 50 Foundation bank account. And the draw, late that night, for 20 hours, this team tirelessly worked together with quality and the 50 Foundation team and made a public draw of the funds, and 161 students were drawn against the 19,000 students that you heard earlier on that came forth and said, I need registration fees for 2021. Of that 161 students, 106 students went to university in 2021. I think that deserves a big round of applause. And I'm really delighted to tell you that the students are here today. They've joined us at Conca to tell their story, and you're going to hear from one of them later on what is the story behind not having registration fees. So welcome, students. You're the real heroes here today. Thank you for coming through. Where are they? Oh, there they are. I'm like looking here, like, no, Sia's not the student. Thanks for coming through, guys. Looking forward to hearing from you just now. Let's just go to the next slide. So the draw was a live draw, public draw, audited by Nexia, the auditors. So everything was transparent, hence the transparent report back. Next slide. Here we have names, phone numbers, registration details, which institution the students went to. We've got all of the information. If you're interested to find out on the Fundi Foundation website, we've got the profiles of all of the recipients that benefited from this initiative. So as we stand today, this is the exciting part. We have banked 1.6 million rand in the Fundi Foundation bank account. So we start with the foundation of 1.6 million rand that's ready to be dispersed. And let me tell you something. If you go back to a few slides, go to the second slide. I want to show you why this is so important. Every year, for as long as many of us have been alive, this is what happens in South Africa. There's protests against financial exclusion. And let me share with you some numbers. NSFAS invests 42 billion rand every year for free education. 2022, they just recently announced that they'll be investing 45 billion. The Department of Higher Education, from their own funded bursary fund, sends about 800,000 students to school. The sector itself, the student loan sector itself, is worth over 40 billion rand. The private sector, many of the companies' logos that you saw on here, many of you that are here, have bursary funds. That's worth another 30 billion. In spite of all of that, there's a huge gap in terms of financial assistance. NSFAS has said 10 billion rand is still short in the free education fund. So the need for financial support is massive. So I'm going to pause here, or maybe we should go to the students so you can see and hear from a real student. And then we're going to tell you what is going to happen with the 1.6 million and how we are going to meet and try and solve the gap between the demand and supply of financial support for students going into 2022. So I'm going to call upon Mandisa, who's representing our students today, and I'm going to hand this over to her to have a small word and tell you her story. And then later on, I see the rain has subsided. We can show you the video of a few other students that have stories to tell as well. Mandisa, over to you.
Thank you so much.
Yay! So cute.
Yes, Daddy. Greetings, everyone. My name is Mandisa Muguni. I'm standing here as a student who has been uplifted and whose life has changed because of this opportunity. So I just want to say thank you and express my gratitude, because I remember there was a time where I was just sitting thinking that I'm not going to go to school. Actually, I matriculated in 2019, and 2020 I couldn't go to school because I didn't have the money to pay for registration. What most people don't know is that some of the opportunities are actually inside the school. You just need to get in there, which is what Fundi is all about, getting us in there. When we're in there, we can grab all opportunities and run with them. So I just want to say, on behalf of all the students, thank you to the founders, because it all started as a vision. And the fact that you could take your vision and execute it, and it got us here today, is amazing. It shows that and inspires us that if we also have visions and execute them, we can go far. So thank you. And thank you to all the donors, and thank you to each and everyone with the heart and with the love that brought us here today. Because I'm standing here smiling, hopeful, knowing that I will achieve my dreams and inspire so many people, because it started here. Thank you so much.
Mandisa again, ladies and gentlemen. Now, just some context to Mandisa. Mandisa is 20 years old, first year psychology
Amazing.
student. And isn't she already geared for her profession, her future profession?
Leader.
She was on that psychological path. I was finding myself holding like I'm about to do ugly cry. I was in the corner just making sure that I'm not in a bit of a breakdown. So people at the back, to the crew, please, just when we cut to a video right now, and then the next few minutes, when we have a bit of a makeup touch up, because tears are about to start streaming down here. But I really do appreciate the fact that, Mandisa, you brought it home. You made it more than just a hashtag. You made it more than just social media vitriol and banal. You really brought it home. So kudos to you and all of our beneficiaries for just having that go-get attitude. You guys are rock stars. Another shout out to our students. Hey now. Hey now. Woo! So if you're watching from home and missing out on that opportunity, here's a quick video just to give another recap from more of our students. Are we all good with the video? Can I get a thumbs up? Are we good with the video? There we go.
Tell them.
Folks, maybe just pause the video and restart again with sound. Otherwise, the people at home are having all of the fun. We need to actually hear, ne?
Yeah. Let them know that people at home get to hear. That people at home hear.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, apologies for that. We're just going to put a pause on the video while we're trying to fix the sound. So hopefully by the end of this, you'll be able to get a recap on all of the students, because it really, really is awesome what they were doing. Let me just say as well, I think maybe it's a blessing in disguise that you didn't get the sound, because we were talking about tears earlier, we would have gotten more tears. And that's because we're all about giving back today. Let me give you some advice. When it's time for the tears, in the words of the great Tony Braxton, let it flow. I was in the corner just trying to hold it together, and that is when you actually do an ugly cry. When you're trying to hold back the tears, you do that ugly face of
And the nose.
So if anyone just feels something, just let it flow, let the tears go. So this time, that time of our proceedings when we make that special announcement. Guys, it's Ponka, so can we get a music? Can we get a drum roll? Can we get a something? Can we just get a something? So in order just to wrap things up properly and we break more news on what 10 Rand Goes a Long Way 2.0 is all about, I'd like to include Marla back on stage for this one, and I will leave it all in your capable hands as we discuss what the next wave of 10 Rand Goes a Long Way is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Marla.
Careful. Yep. Sanitize. Keep it going.
Just a sound check on the next video that we prepared, please. Yellow, please give me a thumbs up. And then I said, please buy him something. What did you buy him?
The first video. Oh, so the testimonial. So we're letting it flow. Okay, we would really like you guys to hear from the students or some of the students who have benefited from the program. So we're going to give our testimonial video another try.
Well, my name is Juicy Jimmy. I am 29 years old. I am from Sujibin village in Kunua, in the Northern Cape. I am a distance learning student at Northwest University. My aspiration would be I want to be one of the senior managers or director in government department as I am already working for SASSA. Financial support means so much to me. You will realize that where I am, prospects to be successful are extremely limited. So financial support is the boost that individual need to take another step to climb a little bit higher.
I was born in beautiful when the one that I was remembered in this of the book I have always had a passion for human resources and interpreting with the improve our of life support and communication. Helping people like this is my passion, and I hope to that translating this passion into the my first question is obtaining my root and also becoming a rich and later on going into business. Even the financial support is not supporting because I'm able to get my
So that's what I'm to overcome. And they overcame that in 2014 when I passed all my modules all my secondary modules in was 16. My name is Madison. I am originally from Boston, born and raised, but currently reside in University. So when I say I am truly and also in life, I aspire to
Speak so loud.
anything in my hand. when we write it down, I want to be a psychologist, motivational speaker, and author, singer, songwriter. I would like to be a smile t-shirt.
And I feel with this funding, with this opportunity, I can make all of that happen.
I think we are done and we're closing out with our shining star of Mandisa. Thank you guys so much. So, just to place some context on the fact that there is still 1.6 million rand sitting in the bank account. As we had mentioned earlier, we did this on Instagram. We did it out of the goodness of liking things, but also wanting to help people. And we really didn't know how this good deed would go punished. With all the corporates that did come on board, really from a good place, pledging, and the individuals that run these corporates, wanting to participate and wanting to lend a hand. I think what we realized on this journey was that there are processes and systems that get in the way of things getting done. So part of this report back, just to explain to everybody why it wasn't 2.2 million that was announced to have been pledged but not spent thus far, is because up to September, I think the first week of October, that is when the final rand of that 2.2 million rand was realized in the Fundi Fund bank account. So this is because corporates do take a fair amount of time to get through their processes. And like we said, everything has been fair and right and audited. So with this 1.6 million rand that we are sitting on now, no, we are not planning to buy Range Rovers. And we will shortly say what is going to happen with that money. And I think I will let this video that we have prepared explain a little bit of what we're going to be announcing to go into future.
Palm 5.
It takes a village to raise a king, and we are that village. South Africa, we need your help. From as little as 10 rand, your contribution can help a student make their registration.
So, this is Lasizwe's production company's work in progress. We are working on a promo that is going to be communicating the fact that we are opening up 10 Rand Goes a Long Way 2.0. And this 1.6 million that we have currently, we are using as a starting ground. Where we started with 0, Lasizwe had 10,000, and each of us contributed, and we ended up at 2.2 million in 7 days. We're hoping that starting at 1.6 million, and considering that we do have a better lead time, and we do understand things a little bit better now, we'll be able to raise a little bit more than what we were able to do as a collective, as a country, as people from outside of the country before. So I'm going to hand over back to Mala to explain how things are going to work, and just also announce some of the partners, the early adopters who have come on, some new sponsors who have come on for 2.0, and the fact that there's so much cool stuff that's going to be happening coming from this process. So yes, this good deed went punished, but we are fine, we are happy, we are not deterred, and we are going to be helping more people. So over to Mala.
Great. So if we can just go through the process, this is so exciting. 2.0, this becomes a strategic project for Fundi Foundation. If I can just have the slide up that explains the process. And we have secured some corporate sponsors already. Just now, we're going to allow an opportunity for one of them to have a word as well. I don't see my slides viewer. I'm glad the rain has subsided. I see my 10 rand is very lonely. It's still there. Don't be shy. So while we're calling it up, so registration starts very soon. And we'll be following registration period. So we'll be opening up, actually for corporates, you can actually donate today. So if you go to Fundi Foundation, you can donate today as an individual and a corporate. So donations for 2.0 is open. I just need to take the students through the process, which I think is the important part. So when students go to Fundi Foundation, on the Fundi Foundation page, you should get a registration form, which I'm hoping will come up just now. On that registration form, there's a criteria to register. And the criteria will tell you exactly. Thank you very much! 30 rands, so we've got 3 10 rands in there. Thank you very much. The student goes on to register. There's a whole lot of criteria, the institution that you're applying to, your year of study, the registration fees for that specific institution, and your acceptance letter. All of that goes into a draw. So we've got the entire process articulated, and technical is letting us down again. Once that is done, round about January, I really need the dates to come up so the students and the public are very clear on what the dates are in terms of applying for, to become a beneficiary, and then when the draw will happen and how the funds will be dispersed. And then the audit process, which we'll also do a live one, so we'll do that online as well. And then announce all of our recipients. I think while that is coming up, should we get our new sponsor to have a few words before the process? I think, Sibu, you secured this one, so it's fitting that you announce who it is, because this is a big one.
So really, it isn't any one individual that has done anything on this team. I think we all just really put our pride aside, any ego, and we said we're gonna go out there and beg, for our supper, which is 10 rand goes a long way because it is what we eat, breathe, sleep these days. So one of the people that we did reach out to, or one of the companies we reached out to, was MultiChoice. And MultiChoice is a company that we work with as Druva Collective. We are part of their innovation fund. And having seen what they've done for us, it really was just, it was either a yes or a no, us asking them. And by God's grace, they came on board and said, yes, we'd love to support this cause by helping with creating awareness. So they are sponsoring in excess of R1 million worth of airtime for us to be able to get this communication across. We are creating the TBC, and now what started out on digital and social media and Instagram is going to be entering the households of millions of people in South Africa to get this message across to them that 10 rand does go a long way. So we are hoping that this helps get the message across, and I'm going to invite Sabelo, who is part of the corporate affairs team, to come in and actually just really from the horse's mouth say why they would jump on a course like this when they already do so much to enrich so many lives. MultiChoice has really great initiatives, you can say, and why 10 rand goes a long way, except for the fact that I asked.
Thank you, Sibu. I thought maybe let me write something. So, thank you to everyone who supported and part of this initiative. Thanks for the rain. Actually, some all been waiting. It's clearly a blessing that has happened today and really now. I'm here representing MultiChoice as the official media partner of this campaign. and we appreciate Terence and Laway and the foundation team for welcoming us on this journey. I think the only quote I can think about is this in front of each generation must, out of relative obscurity, discover its mission, fulfill it to trade. I'll say that again. Each generation must, out of relative obscurity, discover its mission, fulfill it, or betray it. And I think it's pretty clear when we look at students who've been jailed, who've been arrested, shot at, and they're not crazy. And I'm glad that you guys have taken that mantle forward. And as a corporate citizen, we believe in enriching lives, and we appreciate the opportunity to allow us to play this role in filling that gap. And we hope, obviously, taking your TVC, putting it on the airwaves, and getting it to more South Africans, that will fill that 10 billion rand gap. Thank you. Oh yeah, and then personally, I owe you for 2,000 rands.
Okay, let's go through the process. Thank you, Sabella and MultiChoice. Okay, good. Okay, why is technology failing us today? Yeah, worst enemy. Okay, there we are. Good, so online applications. Can't read a thing. Can you see? Can you see? Mid-December, so we say round about the 15th of December, online applications will open across the country for every student that's looking for an opportunity for registration fees for 2022, mid-December. Online applications will close mid-January, so around about the 14th or the 15th of January. That's when we are expecting institution registrations to close as well. Then we will go through a screening process. That screening process is determined by all of the information that the students will fill out on the online application form. There's a verification process that will happen, which will be audited by our auditors. Next year, SAB&T have come on board again, another corporate sponsor coming on board to support us for the online auditing and verification process. At the end of January, we'll have an awesome online process again to pick our students and do the public draw like we did in the first round. And then we will, I can't see that at all, sorry. Then we will do the disbursements in the February time cycle. And then we will disperse the funds. We do not disperse funds to students. I'd like you to know that. I think that's important information and transparency. That's where Foodie Foundation has a fund disbursement organization that we lean on. And the university, college, or TVET college gets the registration fees directly into their account. So that's how the process is foolproof. And then there's confirmation of the process and confirmation of payment to the students. And off the student goes and gets into the academic year. And hopefully, we're waiting for the good results from our 106 students that they successfully get through the process. So let's just go through the next slide that shows us how to go. So you go to foodiefoundation.org. That is the Foodie Foundation microsite. When you click on there, there's how to apply. There's a little drop down that gives you all of the criteria on how to apply, how to upload the relevant documentation, and that will take you through into the pool and potential recipient. If you are that you would like? Website, so if you need anything, there's an email address as well if you're confused or you need more information in terms of how to apply. So I'm appealing to all South African students that are looking for registration fees for 2022 to think about working with us in the movement of 10 Rand Goes a Long Way. And my final appeal is to you as individuals and to corporate South Africa to come on board so we can close that gap and bring and give access, Ayanda's favorite word, to as many South African, give access, yes, she loves that word. Give access to as many South African students as we possibly can. And I know my 10 Rand, 30 Rand now, and that took only a few minutes, so we can do this. 2,030 Rand. Whoa, thank you. I'm sure I can buy something really good. I'll be, whatever's in here, I'll be donating back to Fundi Foundation, and to 10 Rand Goes a Long Way. Thank you. Over to you. See ya.
Thank you so much, Mana. Thank you for that. And thank you. Just again, I want to quickly clarify, we will be putting that money into an appropriate account. Like, exactly, into the foundation. Thank you very much for that, Mana. So I want just to take this opportunity for you watching at home and for you joining us here physically, just to ask our panel a question or two, should you have anything. If you're watching from home, you can join in by asking the question using the hashtag 10 Rand Goes a Long Way. And I do want to make mention of the fact that you are not being deceived. Nasizo did unfortunately have to leave us a little early, so apologies on his behalf. He is not avoiding any questions. I want to put that out there. So I'm sure there should be a roving mic going around the room, and I do know we are being COVID-19 compliant again by making sure it is sanitized. If there's anyone who has a question, please just put your hand up, and a member of our team will be with you with a microphone. If there's no question just yet, then that just means we were being efficient with everything that we had to say. There's a hand up, maybe get a microphone to the gentleman at the back. And I do have to make mention of the fact that only a 10 Rand goes a long way. Can you have money thrown at you for a good cause? Not to say nothing, but it reminds me of my days. They don't call me Sia Shanae next somebody for nothing. I'm sorry to my mother watching. I just feel like putting down on one arm like this. Sir, may I have your name, please? Where you're from and where to whom you'd like to direct your question to?
Hi everyone. Hi guys. I think before I introduce myself, I just want to commend you guys for a great initiative. This is quite inspiring, even for people like us. My name is Okedi. People call me Cox. I'm the GM for Careers Magazine. And I don't really have a question. I just wanted to lend a helping hand to the cause. So as a magazine, would like to pledge a platform, which is what we have. I mean, we're on 7,000 stores within the SADC region. I think it's a platform you guys can use to drive the message. So I'm extending myself. Use me as much as you want. You want a cover, you want platform inside the magazine. Talk to me. That's all. Thank you.
Listen, that's your friend. King, I would just like to credit that is your friend. Okay, got it. No, listen, I know we're at comfort, but I'm not about to catch spirits. We are running. Guys, no pressure. You guys also just want to get something off your chest. Get a little bad pain off your chest. Get a little, fun the officers. 10 Rand goes a long way. Whatever. Just bring it and come. Bring it and come. We have another question from Melody over there.
Sorry. A very good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, thank you for the opportunity. Also, guys, fantastic stuff. Absolutely world class. I think it's amazing to see young people utilize their social media to benefit other people. So I think we really need to deserve a round of applause. So, from my side, probably not a question, but a thought. As much as we are able to incorporate young students into this, I've noticed that, I mean, from the high school level, there's such a big gap. I mean, matriculants spend a lot of money on vacations, they spend a lot of money in that last year investing for university. And I probably would like to urge you guys to probably find a loophole there to get those guys to kind of think like that in schools. I mean, if you could get more high schools to actually put 10 rand into their own school bank, they could fund themselves without having everyone else putting money away. But unfortunately, I know there's politics in between. But I just think this idea brings birth to thought of let's get more high schools self-sufficient so we don't have to, in the next 15 years, think about them again. It's a legacy plan. Let them own it. Thank you.
And even though we're at compromising in the church stage,
And Melody, I'd like to challenge you to join us. Like, this is a platform for people who have ideas to be able to make them come to life. So we'll connect you to Standard Bank. I mean, it's something that your idea can be packaged and put in touch with all the corporates that we're working with and see how that can be an extension of 10 Rand goes a long way. And really, anybody that has an idea, what this is about is helping students. So we're not precious, it's not us. We just happen to be a conduit for the first round. And from 4 people, it became 20 people. From 20 people, it became a whole of South Africa and people in the UK. So honestly, if you have an idea, please reach out to us. I think all of you are here because you know someone here. So please, and we thank you for that. Thank you for being a part of this and hearing our hearts, hearing our minds, hearing us out and donating your time. But also your ideas are needed. This really is a collective society issue and we can do it together and not just about us.
awesome, thank you. I am cognizant of time, so if we do have any questions, then please just be short. We have one final, is there a question at the back? Awesome.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mpo. I'm a friend of Ayanda's. So she invited me. I came from Bloom to support her.
Ayanda was a cool
But I can't leave without having to say something. It's a great initiative that you got going. And as the publisher of Careers Magazine as well, I'm not going to offer from the perspective of Careers Magazine, but I'm a career counselor in my capacity. So I'd like to offer my hand to those that you are empowering to join us through our colleges and our other platforms. And I saw the gentleman just spoke about one of our initiatives that we're bringing called See Ensure, that is meant to fund education. So we are challenging AfriForum and other platforms that are there. So we're saying as Black people, it's about time that we support our initiatives and we fund our initiatives. So in closing, I just want to extend an invitation to you guys. We have expanded and extended an invitation to a number of people on the 7th of December 2021. So we're having a platform for Black asset managers who have been crying a lot, saying that they do not get support from our government. We have invited the PIC as well as the government pension fund to create platforms for young people to start supporting Black businesses in terms of finance, because banks have closed those doors for our people. If there's anyone from the bank, my apologies, but we want you to up your game. We're going to introduce more banks like Kenya did and other countries that will follow suit. So it's about time that we rise together as young people and support each other. Thank you so much, Ido.
Thank you so much. That's I wonderful friends. Okay. Final word from anyone with a question? Going once, twice, thrice, whatever, hold your peace. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Just as we wrap up, I want to give a bit of a prompt to our remaining founders here, just to think of any last words that you'd like to leave the crowd with and those watching at home. But while you think about that, Marla, do you understand that you have one final announcement to make, and then we can wrap today's proceedings up. Over to you.
So this is so exciting. Pick n Pay has come on board to support the 2.0 campaign, but they've not announced the amount, so we'll hear from them soon. So well done. Yeah, it's great. Yes, Pick n Pay has confirmed their support for 2.0. Amazing.
Shut up, boss.
And one more. There's more. So, you know, Fundi is all about knowing more to be more. That's what education is all about. The Fundi staff, there's 200 staff at Fundi. They've pledged 10,000 Rand today for this campaign. So thank you, Fundi.
That is incredible. Thank you so much, Marlon. Another round of applause to you and the Fundi Foundation team. Extraordinary, extraordinary stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for being so patient with us. Thank you so much for watching at home. Final words just from each of our founders, honorable members. Ms. Turkeys, all the way from the UK in a matter of hours. Your final word?
Before I say my final word, I almost forgot. So my manager is giving us a £300 on top of the, what are we on?
Wait, who's good with calculations? Exchange rate, £300.
It's like 7,000, I think.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
it's about that. Yeah, pleasure. But guys, my final words would just be, let's just keep going with this. Don't be scared to ask your friends, your families, people you work with. And guys, it's just 10 Rand. So let's just keep this movement going. And those of you who have been speaking to everyone, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate every single one of you, all the sponsors, everyone who's been behind organizing all of this. Guys, we thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts, and we appreciate every single one of you.
Awesome. Sibu, your final words?
I think mine is a very big thank you. There aren't enough words in the English language, the Zulu language, the Ghana language, in vocab in general to express how grateful we are to everyone. It's an exhausting process. It is tiring, mentally, physically, emotionally, and I think the only reason we can keep going is because everyone has rallied behind it. And since the KFC wedding, I think this is the first time I've seen South Africans so excited to get behind the cause. And it is for good. You know, it really is to help a child. And 10 Rand, it started as a joke. Uti, guys, 10 Rand, you know, 10 Rand can go a long way. And then one of the Narcissus followers said, no, that's the hashtag, 10 Rand goes a long way. And we took it to Twitter, and then became a thing. It really is the essence of this thing. Anything can help. Anything can help. When you're buying a can of a fizzy drink, I won't say any name brands, think of what that 10 Rand could do for a child's life. Drink water and spend 10 Rand on 10 Rand goes a long way. It's so easy to donate. Google it. We've made it a flawless process this time. We've learned our lessons, guys. We are really sorry. Also, we're really sorry to everybody who felt like we didn't communicate to them effectively, and we will own it, and we are working hard at improving on it, and that's why this happened. That's why we've asked for your time, for you guys to come and help us get the message out there that we didn't waste your time, we didn't waste your money, and your 10 Rand has gone a long way and will continue to go a long way. So please encourage everybody, like Taki said, it's 10 Rand and more. That's all we're asking for. It can be a Zim dollar, it can be a kwacha, it can be a dirham, it can be a pound, it can be a dollar. Anything that you donate will help a student, and we are so grateful to all of you. Thank you so much.
Sibu, thank you so much for that. And what did I say about the tears? Oh, we had fun to He's strong, even though Bada cracked up in a moment. King Aya, your final words.
Yeah, I actually hate speaking. But I think I just want to say thank you to everyone that helped us get to this specific moment. It's quite a very special moment. I'm a crier, just like Stephen. but I can't mess up my Facebook. It'll take photos of it. Right? So I think the first thing I want to say is I just want to preach about the importance of networks. Mala said my good word is access. I don't believe I would be at this stage right now if I didn't have the networks that I do have currently. And I do have those networks because I have access to different types of people. And so I think for me, my final word is thank you to those networks, technology team at Bonga. You will not believe this. We put this together in 4.5 days. We literally just came to terms that we need a venue, do something, and literally opened up the doors. The staff has been so amazing to us.
The bags under my eyes, please.
Yeah. Honestly, I really, really appreciate it. My friends, my family, that's here, our friends, our families that are here also. Paul also from Korea. What an amazing impact you have on me personally in terms of my goals and what I do, and also the impact that I want to leave on earth. And also, obviously, I'm a fun one in squad, and I really believe that giving back should be fun. It shouldn't be a painful process. And so that's why it's been such an incredible moment and experience this past couple of months that we're able to reignite some friendships via Instagram Live. 20 years. There we go. We were able to, reconnect with people from around the world that we had lost contact with. But most importantly, we're really able to help young students that need our assistance. We need to make sure that everything we do, because we make sure that we give young students a chance to go to school. We need more waves of young Black professionals entering the economy so that they can help other people. Every time you feel like you've achieved something, just look behind you and see if you can't give somebody else 10% of what you got in order to get to where you are. So thank you to the team Duma, our collective, Team Fundi, Team Sia, Team PR, Team everybody. It's not just the 4 of us, the 5 of us that are on stage that have done this. We have like a really crazy army behind the scenes. Some are at home right now tweeting, some are at the back, some are at the door. It's been an incredible experience, it's been an incredible moment. Can't thank every single person enough, to every single person that's sitting here right now. The time you took to hear us blab on and on and on, cry and be happy about this campaign. We really, really appreciate it. So thank you.
What poignant and incredible words. So King Aya, thank you very much for that. Thank you, Tekis. Thank you, Sibu. And in his absentia to Lasties as well. Thank you guys so much for being there. I want to end off by saying and really reiterating, thank you for opening the door. Thank you for your effort, your heart, your commitment, the energy and time committed to this. And we keep on saying students and we keep on saying the kids, but guys, we come as one, but we stand as 10,000. We know what we go through. We know the struggles. We know our fears. We know the hopes and dreams that we want to build. And we are the ones that we've been waiting for. So as we stand, whatever you're going through, you come as one, but you stand as 10,000. And that is really encapsulated exactly why we're here today and exactly what we've been doing since March of this year. So thank you so much to each and every one of you for doing that. Let's not do that. Let's hold on a few more seconds. Thank you so much to every single one of you for joining us right here at Konke in Soweto. Thank you so much for watching at home. Please keep the conversation going on. Hashtag 10 Rand goes a long way. If you're watching the live stream right now, you will notice a QR code at the bottom of the screen. You can do best. You can carry on just as it is by scanning that QR code and making a donation to your heart's content. And to everyone in the room with us as well, please notice some members of our team who are walking around with t-shirts with QR codes as well that you can scan, find more information on our course, and also donate. And if you have any other questions, our team is still around. Please do hashtag us. Please visit the Fundi Foundation website as well. And we'll carry that conversation on as well afterwards with media, correct? Yes. So any of your questions will be answered. But my final word today is a big, big thank you to all of our partners for making particularly this day possible. So a big thank you to the good folks at MultiChoice, at Fundi Foundation, at Drip Footwear, whoop, whoop, I saw them there. There we go. Thank you so much to Pick and Pay Content Creators Live for carrying our live stream this afternoon. You guys are absolutely rock stars. Thank you to the good folks at TD for making sure that we ride home safely. And last but definitely not least, thank you to the good folks right here at Conga for making sure we put the cool in Conga as well for this live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute honor, as I said, to be your master of ceremonies this afternoon. My name is Sia Sangweni, and I'll see you.